I had to pull over. So you know those listing appointments that you go on? I feel like I need to start a series. One time I went on a listing appointment and so you guys just spill it in the comments. Like, I need to know because I feel like I should start a series on one time I went to a listing appointment and this happened. Because I feel like sometimes I'm alone, but I can't be. So this is a true story. I wish that I would have recorded some of this, but I didn't because privacy. So go to the listing appointment. And the son is there, which is totally fine. Son is under 5, and son is snotty-nosed, and son is coughing profusely, and son has stickers all over him. And about the 3rd time that the son coughed in my face like this, I was like, woo! Dad said, oh, no, he's not sick. He just has swollen tonsils. I was like, oh, he has swollen tonsils for no reason? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, Anyway, so as all the stickers were like peeled off of him, he was sticking them on me, and this was to avoid being on my face, but he stuck them on my sweater, which then like ripped my fuzz. Anyway, and so then he had like rice snacks or chips or whatever, and then he was like rubbing the rice, his fingers on my pants, and then he was sitting on my lap, and then he was playing with my phone, and then he was like, what's your name, what's your name, what's your name? And I was like, are we just gonna, that's fine. I mean, God help me if I was a new agent. I would have been so disheveled. I would have been like, I can't concentrate. But he was trying to get his son to like go play with the tablet, but wasn't happening. And I was like, hey, I'm fine, I'm kid friendly. I was being funny, like I'm kid friendly, but I wasn't like, meaning that I would want you to sit on my lap the whole time and cough in my face. And then the dad had to show me the attic, and then the attic wasn't big enough for 3 of us, so it was just the child and I, and the child sat on my knee because I was squatting, and then the child coughed in my face again, like, and I was like, okay, I really need to get out of this attic. I need some fresh air. And the dad was like, but I was like, not funny. I'm like, really? And so then when the kid came back downstairs, this is 45 minutes, and so then the child sits on my lap again, which I'm totally fine with. Like I said, I am kid friendly, but like not sick kid friendly. Like I would not want to inhale your breath if you're sick and you're not my biological kid. That's just me. And so anyway, so we're trying to talk or whatever, and then that's when, about that moment when I'm like, I've had enough, he goes, and I really, can you not do this for 1%? And I was like, no. Like, no. And anybody that does do it for 1%, you're just doing yourself a disservice. Like, you literally need to pay somebody to market this house. You need a marketing strategy to execute the advertising plan. And then I was like, blah, 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 blah. And then so about 15 minutes later, he was like, okay, that makes sense. So, did get 3%. Possibly got some not sickness, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to get going soon because my kid's actually been sick for like 4 months, and I really don't want to get her sick. And he's like, oh no, he's not sick, he doesn't have a fever. I was like, okay, but like tonsils swollen and stuff, like, but then before I could leave, he had to go to the bathroom. The son did, and then he came out, he left my lap to go to the bathroom, and then he came back without pants on, and then I think he was cussing also, but I couldn't really, because he had a kid voice, like a little whittle kid voice, so I don't know what he was saying, but I think he was saying cuss words too, like, I don't know, but the dad was like, don't say that. So, but in good news, I got the listing. In 2024, you're going out with a bang.